Hi guys, I'm back and trying something a little different. I got some feedback on my last post at the waterfall. A little annoying for those of you who don't listen to it all day every day. So I'm going to be recording voiceover and I will obviously am doing the flow on video that you can see along with you so that this is kind of best of both worlds but not so loud. I did just want to briefly, before we get started, touch on the things we might be feeling. So find your mat, find a comfortable seat, start settling in. Let's take a big breath together. Exhale, empty. Inhale, fill. Exhale, HA. Sigh it out. Just let it go. Awesome. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I've been feeling pretty anxious, pretty stressed over the past week, on and off. You know, I go through periods of really wanting to create, to move, to fill my time with activity, and periods of feeling really overwhelmed by everything that's going on. You know, my father is a doctor. He's in the hospital right now. Where he is, they only have a few confirmed cases, but it is only going to climb, at least for the foreseeable future right now. So we all kind of have to do our part. Please stay home. And send love to those who really need that extra bit right now. Anybody who works in medicine, healthcare, thank you. And all of my thoughts go to you right now, and anyone whose family has been affected by this already. And for those of us who are just cooped up at home, you know, thank you for doing that, for being strong for the rest of the world, the rest of your community. So we'll just go through a few sun salutations today, just a short 10 minutes. I really wanted to be able to break up this practice into bite-sized chunks and allow that breath that you had to keep being full as we start getting going. Wherever you are, start to make your way to child's pose. Shins, tops of the feet come to the mat. Settle hips back onto your heels, just however much is comfortable. And find a place for your forehead to rest. Really start to settle, start to ground. You can always tuck a pillow underneath your knees or underneath your bum if you need a little bit more support. Hands can come out long or back by your sides. And just take that full breath again. Really empty. Really fill. And sigh it out. Like I was saying, I hope this is a way that I can share this practice with more people who are, you know, not already practicing yoga in full hour classes most of the time. A lot of us teachers, you know, not working for the most part, find it pretty easy to hop online and, you know, take an hour-long flow that somebody's posted. But for some of us, it might be harder to carve away the time. So I really wanted to be able to give pieces of this practice to those who are looking for a tool to really ground during uncertain times and also get a little bit of exercise. So we'll just go through the sun sals and not much else, maybe some little leg stretches, but I just want you to start moving and breathing with your body. And, you know, when this video is over, maybe try to do it again on your own. Let yourself move, breathe, if you want it to be a little longer. And then if your hands aren't there already, start to crawl them forward. Reach them so far that elbows straighten. Maybe you tend up all the way to fingertips and just get really long in your spine. Roll the forehead across the mat, ground into a breath. And as you inhale, tuck your toes. And as you exhale, lift hips up and back towards your first downward facing dog. So pedal out your feet, bend and straighten your legs, maybe sway hips really far from side to side. Find that side stretch feeling. And with your inhale, right leg rises. Find length before height, really stretch your heel towards the back of your mat. Inhale one more time to send your foot higher. Exhale, peel it open. Bend your knee, stack your hips, find a little movement. And try and keep leveling the shoulders as you stretch open across your right side. Find that space. And for one more breath, lengthen. And then exhale, toes to the mat. Then inhale, sends the left leg long and back, just stretching out the legs before we get into it. Reach through the heel, send the foot long. And another full breath. Send your foot higher, point the toes, bend your knee, stack your hips, peel it open. You can find the same movement you did on the other side, or it can be something totally different. But allow yourself to move through a little bit of openness on your left side. Bring life there, bring movement. And then another breath. Send your foot back long. And exhale, toes come to the mat. Then check in, feet or hips with distance. Hands or shoulders with distance. Really spread the fingers wide. Ground through all corners of your hands into the mat. And at first, bend your knees, send your tailbone higher. Really lengthen your spine. And then slowly, maybe you start to straighten your legs, send heels towards the floor, and they don't need to meet the floor. Just make sure they disappear behind your toes. Find a little bit of space. And then bend your knees, glance between your hands, step, hop, float forward to the top of your mat, hang heavy, forward fold. Let everything spill, let it release, head is heavy. And then maybe you grab for opposite elbows, add a little bit of weight. Really lengthen your spine, soften the backs of the knees at first. And as you inhale, exhale, release your grip. Inhale for a half lift, flat back, long spine. Hands press shins or thighs, crown of the head forward, and really shift your weight towards your toes so you feel the stretch along the backs of your legs, stack your joints. One more inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold, release. Then inhale, rise all the way up, reach up, mountain pose. 2 feet ground, 2 arms reach tall, pretty comfortable here. But shift your weight around. Where do you really ground in the mat? And can you find that center? Then engage a little more. Pull up on your kneecaps, engage your thighs. Tuck your tailbone, engage through your core. Knit low ribs together, but lift from the heart space. Wrap your pinkies inward so shoulders drop down into their sockets. Relax shoulder blades down the back. And then with one more inhale, reach up, look back. And exhale all the way down, spill forward, forward fold. One more inhale, half lift, seal it off at the bottom. And exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Upper push-up plank, shoulders stack over your wrists. Press into your toes so your heels stack up high, or drop your knees. But tuck your tailbone either way, engage through your core. Then inhale to press the mat away, upper back lifts. Exhale, hug the elbows in by the ribs, lower halfway down, heart a little bit forward. Inhale, tuck the toes, chest comes up, heart forward and up, upward facing dog. Find that lift, roll the shoulders down your back. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, send hips up and back towards your familiar downward facing dog. And find that stability, set it up there. We'll go through it again. This time we'll add the breath. So inhale, bend the knees, glance forward. Exhale, step, hop, float to the top of your mat. Hang heavy, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach back to your mountain pose. And then when your exhale comes, let it release you. Spill forward, all the way down, forward fold. One more inhale, half lift at the bottom, flat back, reset. Then exhale, fold, release. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Upper push-up to lower push-up. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. And then one more time, just find that all on your own. Think inhale, I move. Exhale, I move again. Bend the knees, glance forward, step, hop, float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, full lift. Exhale. Then your vinyasa, upper push-up to lower. Up dog to downward dog. And just allow your breath to move through, move with you. Let yourself really settle into that rhythm of moving. Inhale, I move. Exhale, I move again. And maybe if you get comfortable with the movement, you close your eyes. And really try not to think of this as anything to be nitpicky about, not to pick apart the postures individually, pick apart the sequence if you miss something. Just keep moving and breathing in a way that feels natural and intuitive. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And since I said just sun salutations today, we'll just leave it here, sun sal A. Just allow yourself to move through that a few times, a handful, every time you really need that grounding feeling. So back in your downward dog, drop the knees to the mat. Find a tabletop, shoulders stack over wrists, hips over knees. We'll do a couple cat-cows. Inhale, heart forward, belly drops, head and tailbone lift for cow. And exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, tailbone tucks under, cat. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in. And just take a few breaths like that on your own. Really finding breath-body connection and starting to settle. And then slowly, just like we started, settle hips back onto your heels. Maybe you pass through a child's pose for a moment, but find a hero's pose. Let's take a breath. Gratitude for what we do have during these times. Exhale, empty. Inhale, fill. Exhale, sigh it out. And however is most comfortable for you, swing your legs out long in front of you. Ground for a moment. Maybe you take a seated forward fold. Rock the fleshy bits out from underneath you, straighten the spine. And exhale to fold over your thighs. You can bend your knees, really hug them in. Or you can make this more about getting flexibility. Inhale, think half lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then slowly, after another breath or so, roll yourself first all the way up to seated. Bend your knees, soles of the feet to the floor, and then roll yourself slowly down until you're lying on your back, knees bent. And hug your knees to your chest, give yourself a squeeze. Grab for the outside edges of your feet. And exhale to open wide, happy baby. Knees, feet come out wide. Hands can grab the outside edge of your feet or maybe grab onto your big toe. That's a little more comfortable. But pull your knees towards your armpits, flattening your lower back into the floor. And we'll take a quick lion's breath, so hopefully nobody's in a quarantine with anyone they don't want to be silly around. Exhale, empty all the air. Inhale, fill up. Squeeze your face tight. Close your eyes. Squeeze everything shut. Then exhale, tongue out, eyes open. Awesome. And release your feet. Let your heels come to the floor. Settle back into your Shavasana. And just let yourself rest. Soften everything. Soften the big muscles, your legs, glutes, your core. Maybe take a moment, roll your shoulder blades beneath you so your chest is spread wide. And then soften there too. Then the little things. Feet, hands, fingers, toes. Let yourself rest. Thank you so much for flowing with me. Drop a comment if you liked it, if you want to see something else, something more fun, something more exciting than just some sun salutations. But yeah, hopefully I'll get another one of these out sooner rather than later. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing everything. I just want to end this video the way we usually end class at Yoga to the People, because I don't want to let go of that right now. So I'll read a quote. This one is from Mother Teresa, and then I'll ring the singing bowl. And then you're already free to do whatever you're doing. So thanks for being here. So our quote today, Mother Teresa said, "None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful." So thank you for doing your small thing by being at home right now. And we all do so with such great love for one another. It's amazing. So one more time. From wherever you are in the world, exhale, empty, empty lungs. Inhale, full breath into your belly. Biggest breath so far. And exhale, let it go.